So let me ask the brother, since he don't mind being on camera.
Yeah, you can take my numbers wherever you want.
Who that? So I said, who that? So I said, who that? I said, who that? Let me ask you. Not him. Who that? So I said, who that? So I said, who that? Who that?
Islam, Moors,
Islam, So it's Jesus. See, the dichotomy of what just happened is that the greatest people that walked amongst us, one of the two greatest people that walks amongst us, not that you don't know, but at one point I didn't know. See, at one point, all of us didn't know. And that's a tragedy. Because it's like we recycling information from slavery time all the way up into 2000. We just recycle it. And our parents.
the best niggas with a rap game in the world.
Get him on. Tell him again.
PS.
Tell him again.
He got one called PS. I'm telling you, it would make millions.
Don't tell him. Don't give him no more, man.
And this is back in '93, and I ain't
Man,
never.
brother, don't give him no more.
Boy, it's nice. Boy, tell him hit that thing, man.
We can't see
No,
it. We
we can't
ain't
give
got
him no more.
ain't nobody. Everybody can see.
Tell
The
him
answer is
leave,
no.
man.
But that's kind of
No,
like
dude,
that's
man,
kind
I'm
of like
talking
a
about that
redundant
thing so
question.
hard,
We
man.
know. It's
So
not
hard.
redundant. It's
Come
rhetorical.
on, man, you can't do all
It's
that.
rhetorical because we all know ain't nobody duplicated what the prophet did. Cause right, ain't none in no.
Thing is this. Islam. My whole thing is this, right? This new generation, they don't know nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So, my measure is, I'm going to put something out there that they can measure it against. You see what I'm saying? Now, it's going to offend people that ain't rocking right. That's just what the truth does. It's going to offend them. But if I do not put the measure out for the comparison, the Taj Tariq will go for another 30 years. You see, nobody said nothing to Taj Tariq when he was doing lectures. Nobody said nothing to him when he was representing the Prophet Noble Ali as a national grand sheikh and never entered the temple, and nobody never gave him a charter, nor nobody ever gave him any credentials. So for 30 years, Taj Tariq Bey traveled around the country as the face of the Moorish Science Temple.
When I was in my 20s, I came to
listen,
Chicago. I did
so
security
follow
for him.
So follow what I'm saying. Follow what I'm saying. Because of that, now we got Rise of the Moors. Because of that, now we got all of these offshoots from Taj, which is the original offshoot. You see what I'm saying? So now what I'm saying is, if you're not right, get right. Because now we're going to compare everything that we see to the Prophet. To the Prophet. And if you notice my demonstration, I know that I'm loud and I know that I'm in your face, but if you look real close, I'm comparing it to the prophet. I'm not comparing it to my interpretation.
Right.
Like, if you look at, you can name any demonstration on Moorish World TV. I bring antics, I bring a whole bunch of drama because I understand the great Moorish drama. When Prophet Noble Drew Ali say he's gonna tie, he's gonna be tied up. People gonna play up to the tying up thing. But they don't know that people gonna be healed in that little small print on that flyer. You see what I'm saying? So I don't mind the great Moorish drama because the circumstances of today, it calls for a shaking up. And what we're breaking up is not what the prophet brought. We're breaking up these rackets that claim to be representing the prophet. And none of them can represent the prophet because guess what? They got a track record. That's the thing. They got 20 and 30 years track record of not producing nothing. So they cannot have that claim that the legitimacy claim because you got 30 and 20 years track record. So now what we gonna do? Either we're gonna do one or two things. There's two things in all the world. The one is truth, the other is false. Show me I'm wrong, and I'm gonna fix myself. But if I show you you're wrong, then guess what you gotta do? Fix yourself. People don't want to fix themselves because they're comfortable in what they have created, calling it the Moorish Science Temple.
The thing is, Mo, and I'm gonna counter back off you real quick with that, and no disrespect to nobody. But like you say, one is truth, the other is falsehood. One is, the other seems to be.
Right.
So now the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now you got many people claiming to be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Seeming to be and such. You know what I'm saying? And I hear you use the language, I hear other people use a certain language as styled as. Like, that's almost the language mode, styling something up is almost like dressing it up like you almost put on a polished coat. And not to use
No, that's good,
yourself
that's good.
for
We can
example,
build on that.
But anybody that's just call themselves, and I know many, I ain't gonna put out no name, but they know I do got courage enough and truth. I ain't coming in for that, but if they come at me, then we can do it. I'm just saying we can do it. I could go on Moorish World TV show.
Good, brother.
And what I'm saying is, though, I already know with them. I know who's not the Moorish Science Temple of America, as far as like the elders who have they ain't had no choice but to come clean. And I ain't throwing them out there right now, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. But so they already know I ain't here to even argue the point and say I'm this or I'm that, because but we gonna have to work something out. That's why I'm here in Baltimore today to come and see you. I plan on seeing a couple more elders. I'm coming to see the picture.
So look, when you look at the term styled as, that's a term that is on the charter. It's not a term or to be known as. You know what I'm saying? To be styled or known as. That's a term on the charter. And the reason why, if you study the charter closely, and I'm actually putting on a pamphlet, a non-shameless drop. I'm actually putting on a pamphlet to break down the charter.
That's on your charter part. I mean, to cut you out. That's on your actual charter.
Absolutely. On the original charter from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, it says the Moorish Science Temple of America, and then it has in the county of, should be known and styled as. That's on the original. When you've been up there with Braswell Bay, you should have paid real close.
That's on every charter I've seen.
I about myself. I ain't go up there with him, but I'm just talking about like.
So it's two lines there. What I'm telling you is that it's two lines. One say in the county of, right? And then the other one say to be known or styled as. Because this is the reason why. When you go into the Moorish Guide newspaper, you will find that all the temples were styled as a certain temple. One was styled as, and I got the Moorish Guide newspaper, it was either the West Side Temple, styled as the West Side Temple, or Temple number 9, West Side, Grand Temple. There's never no Grand Major, Grand Temple number 1. That's the styled as. You feel what I'm saying? But this comes from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. This doesn't come from me. And this is why these charters got these blanks on them, so they can be filled in. If they wasn't meant to be filled in, it would be written there for you. You see what I'm saying? And so all the temples, they'd be like Baltimore Temple number 13. Toledo Temple number such and such. But it goes right in that line where it say known, to be known and styled as. So this is why we use to be styled as. The Prophet was a master. True. Because if everybody called themselves the Moorish Science Temple of America and didn't have the location to define where they were working out of, then that would cause confusion. So you need West Side Temple. Then the Prophet called the West Side Temple. You need the West Side Temple. You need Grand Temple. You need Temple number 13, Baltimore. You need these things to separate and then to bring it all together under one grand major body.
He had when he said
that's what style is.
to say this, Mo.
And so I know what it's
whatever
fake.
like the ones got, Mo, that skill just like I ain't saying like that ain't nothing because we do need that. But it's so much more to be put out there that the ones that have it don't even know what they have because I bear witness would allow me to having me read it and they hearing it for the first time. That's how much they do have, and it's certain information that, you know what I'm saying, that we need that could be beneficial for us. That's just sitting there laying dormant.
You know what though? But most people want to
you know,
use this information as bullets and weapons.
Yeah, but
You
that's
see what I'm saying? Most people want to use that bullets as weapons. But let me tell you something. The information is for this. The information is for this. The information is so you can see what the movement look like, so you can duplicate it. There's an energy behind everything that Prophet Noble Drew Ali did. I'm talking about there's a strong energy behind it. And if you can connect to that energy, you can connect to the success that was once achieved by the Prophet. So this is why we call what we doing, this is a new term, Orthodox Islamism. We call what we doing is Orthodox Islamism. Now people's like, man, what is that? The Prophet ain't bring that. You can call it what you want. This is Orthodox Islamism. What are we saying? We're saying that the Prophet defines what the movement looked like, and we're not veering from that. You see what I'm saying? So how the original charm looked, we want to know. How the original button looked, we want to know. How the Supreme Grand Council worked, ain't no Supreme Grand Sheikh. With all due respect, ain't no Supreme Grand Sheikh without a functional Supreme Grand Council. And the organization can be ran without a Supreme Grand Sheikh. How do we know?
That's only right. You know, the Supreme Grand Sheikh, the Supreme Grand Council.
That's right.
You got the Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science.
Each position mirrors the position on the city council as well as the Republican form of government as we know it. I teach that because our temple is going to superimpose itself on the city of Baltimore. And in every city we have a temple. Each member knows their role and their position in order to move out one and to move in another.
Can I ask you this? Like, Islam, they there's some of your motivation, like because I see like you speaking, you're very competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I see it in a good way. Yeah. I see it. The worst wise bad means good. I don't see what like your energy, all that. I ain't worried like your demeanor.
I'm very
cool
passionate. I'm
cool,
very competitive.
I
want to win.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to win.
So if we was playing back then, I used to show more passion. Like I do it with this, but I used to be a basketball player. It may not look like, but I used to get down, right? So that's why I showed my other side at, Mo. That's why I showed my other side at, Mo. So I understand. I'm very competitive too.
Hey, B.
But I'm asking, is that part of your motivation? I see you. I think you want to do right, Mo. And I think, you know what I'm saying. I'm getting a different drawing, like you say, as far as like from the internet and outside of the other stuff and what's going on with personal things and all that. I don't pick up a bad from you, Mo. I don't. My
intentions are pure. My intentions are pure.
Energy.
This is the thing. When we've been doing right so wrong, we've been doing wrong so wrong, we think wrong is right. This is the problem. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, we've been doing it wrong for so long, we think it's right. And we're comfortable with it. We would join, I've been there. I was with Brother Rasul, right? I was under the leadership of a brother here in Baltimore by the name of Taharka Bey. You know what I'm saying? That's how I come into the temple. Taharka Bey right now called himself literally Prophet Noble Drew Ali. If you go to his house right now and knock on the door and say, can I speak with Taharka Bey? His wife would say, who is that? Oh, I'm sorry, pardon me. Can I speak with the Prophet? And she would say, Prophet Drew Ali. And he'll come to the door. That's how far along it has come. So my thing is, I like this brother. Love this brother. This brother back in the day had blocks just like we was looking at. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Guess what? At some point, Greenmount.
Broadway.
Yeah, Greenmount and Broadway. He had stuff everywhere where I can, we can, and all that was up there. But the thing is that at some point, I have to disregard your personality and my like for you and choose facts. At some point. I was with D. Bailey, as you know. Love me, man. Love me some Bailey.
Yeah, I got a little Bailey too. Once I
found out that the movement was founded on a lie. Meaning that Everybody claims to trace themselves back to the prophet. They're lying. And I don't mean no offense. It's just a fact of the matter. Let me explain. The reason why this is a fact that when a president comes into the United States government, right, there is inauguration. We call that what? Convention. So when Emilio was placed in position by the prophet, we can't find no convention where someone else was put in place. It doesn't exist. So to say that you are the original and you was passed down, you don't have no minutes from this inauguration convention, not from 1930, 31, 32, 33, Emilio out. So you don't have nothing from 1934 to 2020, to 1993.
So now, like now, we mix and mix. So what we do? Now we know what happened during that year. So why do we? See, this is the thing. If we
understand the rationale though. When you ask the question, why?
Okay, because I'm saying it's like, because right now I'm hearing you speaking from, let's say, quote unquote, a particular lineage of.
No, I'm speaking of all though. I'm speaking from all.
Because we know in 34
no one
it went like
excused.
this. Yeah.
No one excused.
Islam.
No one excused. I'm speaking from all.
Islam.
Even from the 1934 Kirkman Bay portion, I don't lie about this. From the 1934 portion, they didn't start their first convention till what? To 34. But they say that they're the original Moorish Science Temple of America that traces back to the prophet. Then show me where you had a convention, where you ran the convention from 1929 to 34. You can't show me. So you're lying. Keep it a buck. See, when I say that, they seem aggressive. But it's the fact.
Okay, now,
it's the fact.
And I agree.
We don't like to face truth.
Hey, look, check this out. I agree with that, right? I got courage enough for truth. Now, even though that happened, right?
Question. I got
now, what we gonna do with all those generations of Moorish Americans that were born from 1934 up until now?
They're good.
70, 80 had great-grandchildren. That's living the Moorish life. They don't know nothing about that. And there's some of them that's not gonna per se wanna
they don't have to. See, salvation is personal. So they can hold what they got. But in going into the future, we must do what is prescribed for us to do. Now let me break it down to you.
Yeah, because I want to see how we're gonna build that
relationship. Let me break it down to you. The bonds of relation, remember, it's the Asiatic covenant. That don't mean you have to be a Muslim. It's a covenant for the Asiatic nation. So my bond with them and my bond with anybody is the same.
I gotta disagree with you real quick, Sheik, because in our Quran, and lay that down in the chapters, the prophet said all of these are Muslims, no?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He named those different people.
But the title is called A Covenant for the Asiatic Nations. That's what that is called. So I don't want to mix one with the other. I agree that we by nature are Muslims. I agree that.
I know what you
agree.
Everything.
So when I'm saying I want to answer one question. So how do we don't have to bring nobody in under us. We treat people as we want to be treated and keep it moving. But from a structural point of view, only from a structural point of view, if that is a lie that it's been passed down from 1929 all the way up to the MST of A Inc. to 2020, if it's a lie, then something else should have happened. If it's a lie that Emilio passed it to Moorish Hill, passed it to this one, passed it, if that's a lie, then we missed the prophecy. Now, what's the prophecy that we missed? This is where I'm at. I'm on another level. That means that if the ink lied, if the Emilio line lied, what's the prophecy? Emilio give you the hint. He said, at the first setting of the Supreme Grand Council, the prophet appointed me. That's indication that there's going to be a what? It's going to be a second setting. Now, when did that second setting happen? When we can touch into the Akashic records, when we can touch into the Book of Allah Remembrance, and we can put this movement together just like the prophet designed it from the blueprint and what he gave us the example. Then there's going to be a second setting. And guess what? It ain't going to need your approval, my approval, his approval, his approval. The people is going to approve of it.
But then our power and authority more as far as like to do business. We can't act like we don't care, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what legal laws to keep us in place.
When you tap into the law book of remembrance, you got authority.
And then bro,
you gonna have all the authority.
Like we say, the people gonna choose, and that's the same thing that happened in 1934. When they chose to go a certain way, we can't have the people. It ain't about it's the prophet.
Let me tell you something
about what the prophet.
I don't think you understand.
Chose a success.
Listen to me. I'm not on earth no more. I'm saying when you tap into a law book of remembrance and you do this right, you're going to have access to everything. You're going to have access to all authority. You're going to have access to the bank. You're going to have access to the land. You're going to have access to everything. And your words, action, and deeds is going to be proof of your messiahship. And nobody going to be worried about somebody asking about your authority because you got it. You know what I'm saying?
I get
That's
what
what's
you're saying,
going to happen.
But it's like a lot of people out here, you know, like you said, make a lot of ambiguous statements, you know, or you know, like say got that prophet degree, and you know, we say like get spooked, you go crazy. Hey, but I'm real. I come through some of the great fathers through which I came. Well, people would think I'm crazy. Right. I come through Joseph and Mary. That's my parents for real, Mo. Like not but my grandparents. Right. You know, great grandparents. I come through a minute. I got people names like that. I can even go further, and it sound like, man, this Mo crazy. What you trying to say? He the prophet or something? Right. No, I'm not though. But it's a lot of stuff that line up with a lot of us. We all in this, man, and we got to do our part.
What I'm trying to explain to you is that we can't build nothing on a lie.
No, we can't.
We can't.
So as being a new Moabitist, I haven't even been a Moabitist a year.
Right.
And when I first came in, I was so excited. I left Georgia to come to Chicago to study to learn. So what does it take when convention roll around and you want to see all these boys from all over, you want to build a network, what does it take to try to get everybody in one house?
It's not going to happen, sis. Sis, see, this is the thing with me. I'm a realist. It's not going to happen. You know why? Because what I just said. What I just said is going to shake people up and make people nervous. That you're living a lie and you're perpetuating a lie. And the holy and divine movement cannot be built on a lie. It can't. So if you claiming that you got a lineage from something that doesn't exist, that you can't qualify, you're lying. You got to drop that. You have to drop that. That's number one. You have to drop it. You have to let it go.
Hey, what if you have said, look what you said as far as like tapping in and one tap in and they have access to all of that ETC. What if that already happened, Mo? But you've yet to see, like you say, everything else and what you want to see manifest. What if that really happened already?
Let me tell you what. If that happened, then lay back and see what happens.
Islam. Praise Allah.
I'm going to keep on blowing the trumpet. If I tapped into it, lay back and see what happens.
Hey, you ain't know, my name Rasul for a real reason too, though. But I used to play a trumpet player too, Mo, and that's all I'm going to do is play the trumpet.
Listen to me.
I don't play it physically no more either, but I'm still blowing.
Is lay back and see what happens. When you see a legitimate temple with a real legitimate school next to it, that will be the sign. Remember I said that here. When you see a legitimate temple with a legitimate school, that's going to be the sign. I'm not talking about no fake, phony, corny stuff. When you see somebody with a compound and they're starting to build on it and more starting to move in that compound together, that's going to be a sign. That's going to be a sign. When you see a real Moorish neighborhood, I ain't talking about we just here right here. When people ready to come out here and go into the compound, that's going to be a sign.
That's one thing I can say that I learned from being with them. That's what they taught me, teaching me. So it'd be good to see that.
Yeah, but when you see it, let me tell you something. A lot of times, in the Moorish Science Temple, a lot of times, a lot of people have a lot of lofty dreams, a lot of lofty goals. Even more that I've been around for a long time. I've been around one of the most adept researchers in the Moorish Science Temple ever done. I'm talking about having access to whatever. And he's a brother, he's a friend of mine. But man, we had all these lofty goals 10 years ago. And you know what? We haven't even scratched the surface. Only when I separated myself And I'm not saying separated from the bonds of affection, but structurally. Then I begin to see the structure for what it really was, and I begin to see how we're going to access the wealth, the political power, as well as the educational system that is going to take us to the next level. But I had to separate myself because some people are only around to take you to a level. And if you're not ready to accept that you have reached that level and you're ready to move forward, you're going to be in a hamster wheel. See, I decided that, man, listen, I will guarantee you that there's hundreds, if not thousands of people feel like I feel. That we need to build this thing from scratch. We have to build it from scratch. And we cannot accept folly, we cannot accept lies. You know, more, I can show you pictures right now of Moors in our organization that nobody don't even know exist. Nobody knows what's inside. They don't know he an adapt and a sheep in our organization. They don't know. And we got many more. Because guess what? I try to explain to them when they come in, don't mix the trumpet with the adapt, with the sheep, with the member, with the faithful Moorish American. Those are two different things. Moorish World TV is two different things. You see what I'm saying? And people understand the method of it. And guess what? Moorish World TV has been the bridge to connect with him, to connect with you. They can say what they want about Moorish World TV. Guess how we connected? Guess how we connected? It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
You know what the lesson say, Mo?
What's that?
Out of the worst. And I ain't saying it's the worst,
No,
Mo.
it can't
But the
be
wise
that bad.
man, it's not, Mo.
Let me
what can do good can also do harm. I'm just keep it correct.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
can keep it Quranic, but guess what? When I say that I'm an adapt, and you say that you're an adapt, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that there's a method to what you're doing to get you to a certain place.
Nah, I agree. Like, cause
I'm not going to judge your method.
understand.
I'm not going to criticize your method because you say you're adapt.
Some people won't understand why I'm here.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Right now,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to criticize.
When
When a person said that they are adapt, that means that you're adaptly qualified and you're moving on a vibration as the resolute man. So just because A don't equal B to the unsuspecting public, A should equal B and C to the adapt, even if you don't understand, because I respect what an adapt is. I respect that you on to something. I don't know what he's doing, but he an adapt. Let me sit back and watch this. I'm not going to accuse you of folly. I'm not going to accuse you of mischievousness. I'm going to say, man, this guy's an adapt. Let me watch him. I got to see this. You know what I'm saying?
Here for a reason. They got. I just need people to
You see? It's a method to what I'm doing. And let me tell you something. Believe it or not, it's all calculated. It's all calculated. And I don't
it's
mind.
all add up. It's all add up.
It's all calculated. You know what I'm saying? It's all calculated. You see what I'm saying? I'm willing to make myself a willing sacrifice. To walk right up to the line, but hopefully not cross. Let me give you the degree. It's a degree in the Bible, and in that Quran, where the devil, Jesus been tempted by the devil, right? And the Lord himself said, if you be the Son of God, then throw yourself off this mountain, right? And the Lord will give you wings, and you can raise yourself back up, basically. Let me give you that's the degree, but let me metaphorically break it down. To be a certified true adapt and a true awake person, conscious is to be aware. Sometimes you have to throw yourself off the mountain, off the pinnacle, go down in the mud, and then raise yourself back up. Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying?
The thing is, too, Mo,
Jesus say, remember this though. Jesus say, I'm not playing with that. I'm not there yet. So guess what I would do? I would jump off the pinnacle. And by the will of Allah, I'm able to raise myself back up. But Jesus said, I'm not playing with that. He said, I'm not jumping down in the low and then try to clean myself up and jump back in the high. Now, in the form of being in the low and being in the high, like people want to be a Moorish American and go sell dope, that's another degree. What I'm saying is, I'm willing to do it for the whole of those who want to see this movement built. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to give my life as a willing sacrifice. Reputation and everything.
Bro, remember when we spoke about earlier, though, you know what I'm saying, about your life is also to preserve. You know what I'm saying? So don't just, you got the real to choose, so you make the right choice.
But the law held his angel up by them wings.
He held him up. But you had to have faith to do that. But
That's
you know
what
what
I'm
I'm
trying to tell
saying? You had to have
you.
faith that he's gonna do that, Mo. And I'm an angel, so I'm here for a reason. Mo.
Absolutely.
I ain't the dark angel. I'm here for a reason. I'm here.
Let's sit back here and make sure we don't get no kick. But my thing is this, more. My thing is we're gonna build this organization. And we're not saying that we're better than anybody. We're not saying that we're gonna tell anybody to stop doing what they're doing. Let me tell you something. If the finish line is up the street right there, whoever got it right is gonna cross that line. That's it. And we're gonna lead our people to liberation.
So I don't know, but I want to know what can you and I now?
We can do whatever you
what
wanna
can you and I do?
Come to
It's
Death Row.
working well with others.
All in the video.
You know what we need to do, Brother Rasul? What we need to do is, you need to go back to your leadership and say, man, calm that down. Whatever they associated with the body, calm that down. The brothers want to calm that down. And we trying to work to get our people together.
Mo, I don't have no leadership, Mo.
No. What I mean is,
I got it.
So let me explain to them what we're doing. So basically, family, what we're doing is we canvassing the area, getting ready for COVID-19 to end, so we can get out here and uplift our people. I know a lot of people think that Brother Taharka Bey is rah on the internet and none of that, whatever. I don't care about none of that. What we're doing now is we're preparing to go get our people. And so we're seeing what's out here. We're getting the vibration. I know what's out here. I work in and out here every day. I work in and out here every day, so I know what's out here. But I want to show you what's out here. Let's rock. So look. So this is the dock called Pennsylvania Avenue, right? If you look up there, right? That's where partially where Freddie Gray demonstration kicked off at. That CBS made world news right there. And what people think is that they was burning down the CBS in their hood, but what they was doing is they was breaking in and burning down all the pharmacies and taking the Percocets and the coke and oxycodone. They was just burning down the news. They was making it seem like that they was burning down for nothing. But that CBS and every CBS in West Baltimore was burnt down. You know what I'm saying? They was taking the coke, oxycodone, the perks and everything. But this is where it really kicked off, and this whole street was shut down. I'm talking about, I watched them drag Europeans in the house, and yeah, the Europeans couldn't come out here. So our people do got a sense of pride, it's just misdirected. And so this is the corridor we're going to be working in. Come on. Around here you will always see police. It's always, you know what I mean? So what it is, right, is that if we're going to clean up the neighborhood, we got to get out in the neighborhood. We can't talk about uplift the fall of humanity if we ain't in the neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the corridor we're going to be around. And they've been trying to do a little bit working here, but the work is to be done by us, not by the city. You feel what I'm saying? So I might even ask a few questions out here, right?
Ron Hudson, my brother, vote Ron Hudson. Vote Ron Hudson and vote Ron Hudson.
Everybody ready to get their hustle on. They know post-COVID-19, people gonna be scrambling. And while they trying to vote for Ron Hudson, we need to be scrambling and saying vote for the Prophet Noah Drew Ali. Period, point blank. We need to be out here in competition with these fake city council people. I should have brought my big mic with me. Come on. So family, if we look